Have you ever felt overwhelmed, stretched thin, or like you're running on empty, even when everything on the outside seems fine? Maybe you're getting things done, showing up, being responsible, and from the outside your life looks functional, even successful. But internally, there's a quiet exhaustion, a sense that you're always on, always managing, always pushing just a bit harder than feels natural. You might not be in crisis, yet something feels off, just subtly, like you're living a few inches above yourself. Perhaps you've noticed that you move through days on autopilot. You wake up, you do what needs to be done, you tick the boxes, you respond to demands, and somewhere along the way you've lost touch with the feelings of being fully here, fully embodied, fully grounded. You're present enough to function, but not enough to feel deeply settled or at ease. You might feel tired even when life looks fine. Not the kind of tired that sleep alone fixes, but a deeper fatigue, a low-level tension that hums in the background. Your mind rarely rests. Your body feels braced without you choosing it. Stillness feels unfamiliar, perhaps even uncomfortable, as if slowing down would cause everything you're holding to rush in. And beneath all of this, there might be a quiet longing, a craving for stillness, for clarity, for a sense of coming home to yourself, without needing to fix, force, or reinvent who you are. What if the answer isn't more effort, more self-improvement, or more daily schedule? What if you don't need to heal, to fix, or push your way forward, but just to return to the grounded and calm part of you that's always been there? This is where the alpha state, grounding, meditation, and hypnosis come in, not as tools to change you, but as doorways back to yourself. Most of our lives are lived almost entirely in what neuroscience calls a high beta brain state. Beta is where we think, analyze, plan, solve issues, and stay alert. It's very useful, and it's how we manage day-to-day life. But when we live in high beta all the time, the nervous system never truly stands down. The body remains on edge, scanning for the next task, the next demand, the next thing to handle. And over time, this creates chronic stress. Not always dramatic, but persistent. And in this state, even rest can feel unfulfilling. You might lie down, scroll your phone, or watch something on telly, yet you never feel truly restored. And that's because your system hasn't shifted out of doing mode into being mode. And the result? Disconnection from your body, your intuition, your emotional ground. You're functioning, but you're not rooted. Alpha state is a slower, calmer brainwave pattern that sits between active thinking, beta, and deep sleep or dream states, theta and delta. It's the state you enter when you're relaxed, yet awake, when you're daydreaming, gently focused, or doing something soothing. And in alpha state, the nervous system downshifts, the breath deepens, muscles soften, the mind becomes quieter, not blank but spacious. This is the state where creativity flows, insight arises, and the body begins to repair and regulate itself. Importantly, alpha isn't something you force. It's a natural state that your system knows already. It was your common state as a child, and now we drop into it just before sleep, while gazing out of a window, or if we're deeply relaxed in nature. Meditation and hypnosis are simply structured ways of allowing this state to emerge more easily and effortlessly. Grounding is the process of reconnecting with your body and the present moment. When we're overwhelmed or stretched thin, attention often lives almost entirely in the mind replaying the past or worrying of the future. Grounding brings awareness back to sensation, the feeling of feet on the floor, the weight of your body on the earth, the rhythm of your breath. It's not about controlling thoughts. It's about anchoring attention somewhere safe and real. When you're grounded, your body receives a powerful message. I am here. I am supported. And this alone can begin to dissolve that low-level tension you may have been carrying for years. Many of us resist meditation because we believe it requires stopping thoughts, sitting perfectly still, or achieving some elevated state. In reality, meditation, especially when approached gently, is about allowing yourself to be just as you are. It's the practice of turning inwards towards your experience without trying to improve it. In alpha meditation, you're not striving for enlightenment or peak performance. You're letting your system rest, letting your attention soften, letting effort unwind. And over time, this retrains your nervous system to recognize safety and ease as familiar states. Hypnosis is often misunderstood as something that takes control from you. In truth, hypnosis is a state of focused relaxation, quite like deep meditation, where the conscious mind quiets enough for deeper layers of awareness to come forward. And in this state, it's not asleep or unconscious. You're present, aware, and often deeply calm. What changes is where attention rests, the mind becomes receptive, and we're allowed to reconnect with our inner resources, that steadiness, the clarity, the self-trust, the emotional regulation. Hypnosis doesn't insert anything new. It simply removes interference. If we feel stuck in our heads or have a sense of disconnect from our bodies, hypnosis is a great bridge back to internal ground. You're not broken. You can return to you easily and effectively. See you next time.